He lives! Alright, in case some of you have not yet caught or heard the news, Gonzalo Lives has resurfaced. He is alive. He is still in Kharkov. He was on the Duran's stream this morning. And he is alive, but a little, I'm not going to say a little worse for wear. He's been taken offline because he was visited by the SBN or SNB, whatever you call it, the Ukrainian security forces of the Zelensky regime, because they found him. And that's pretty much where they're at right now. And now I'm going to say a few things that I observed that I need to comment on, because I'm sure some of you are having the same kind of thoughts. Which is something along the following. Now, Gonzalo got on and he was very talking the same talking points as he has before, that Russia is definitely winning, and that the victory of the Russian forces is nigh inevitable, and things are very much going their way in the course and span of time. However, you would recognize that in his explanation, he described the Ukrainian secret police as the legitimate legal force of the country. And if Russia is going to win, how can that be the case, you might ask? And, you know, those two facts are not contradictory. In fact, if you've watched how Russia's conducted this war, they haven't gone into the whole paradigm of international curb stomping and complete gutting out. They've kept the infrastructure intact, and they've kept most of the political system intact. Their main beef is military. They want the Azov battalions in Donbass gone. They want to defeat the Ukrainian military. They want to shall we say, put in a more sympathetic regime instead of the Zelensky, Azov ilk and kind. So, when Gonzalo says that he acknowledges the SNB as the legitimate legal force of Ukraine, he's not being contradictory, even though he's vocally stating that Russia's going to win the war. That's just how it is. There's a far more likely chance that Russia will want to either install or negotiate with whatever regime fills the void, because they don't want to rule Ukraine. They just said, Ukraine no be globo homo. That's the red line for Putin, in addition to, and this is another thing, when this whole shebang started, despite me being slightly sympathetic to the Russian side, I did not believe Vladimir Putin's claim that there were neo-Nazis in Ukraine. I thought it was a troll. I thought it was just bullshit. I thought it was blowing shit out of his ass just to make up an excuse to do what needed to be done to prevent the spread of the globalists into his neighboring nation that wanted to aim their guns at his country. And I was wrong. I thought he was full. I thought it was just a troll. I thought it was just another pretense. The word is pretense. I thought it was pretense to do what needed to be done. And it turns out that Vladimir Putin was telling you the truth, the whole and unvarnished truth. And I wouldn't have learned that truth, to be perfectly frank, if YouTube hadn't been stupid enough to ban the Ukraine on Fire video from their platform. Because if they hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to find it on Rumble and educate myself on why exactly Vladimir Putin is curb stomping the Donbass area into oblivion and eliminating the Azov battalion. Because if you watch that video, you too would understand that this is not hyperbole. And so here we are, and hats off to the Russian intel for not lying to the people. They're not being completely honest. Don't get me wrong there. There is misinformation on both sides. Let's not kid ourselves. But the problem is, none of us can catch Russia in a lie, which we can't say for the Ukrainian side. and they're the ones being attacked. So, adjust your moral compass accordingly, I suppose. But Gonzalo Lira is in fact alive. So, he is back. He's doing his shtick. He is not on his previous social media platforms because, they took his phone, changed his passwords, and he has no access to all of that. So I assume he'll be setting up new accounts. If you watch the Duran video, they will provide links to his current Twitter feed and all that stuff. So Gonzalo Lira is alive and well. Thank God. Stay carnal, everyone, and God bless.